I'm trying to refresh this. It's just being slow. Let's just go to Bitcoin and watch it while it marks down. It's about to break. Yep. How can you be excited about Bitcoin with this structure right here? It's so ugly. It's so bearish looking locally. I'm not talking about the overall trend, dude. I'm talking about just the local nasty move down. There's high volume, and then there's trash consolidation, pathetic attempts by bulls, and the volume recedes. Okay, it does look like you're going to 52,000. I mean, minimum, right? To at least test it again. That's a support resistance, an SR. So here we go, chat. Here we go. At least you got to enjoy the 420 stream before all this stuff happened. Down 4.3+%, $2,400+. Lows of the day. And that's really not good, because if you have weak performance going into this close, that's a strong bearish engulfing candle on the daily that's going to be painted. So, yep, good, but it's funny, with death comes life. We have something that looks inverse right now, and it's called silver. Accumulation still going on, back above that 2011, 2012 area, 26 bucks. You're above it, man. This is bullish. Looks like silver's back on the menu, boys, as the orcs from Mordor would say. Silver looks great. 200+ day correction, and just making higher lows in the end. And it's really just because of this. You see this trend line here? This is huge, man. Like, you've been up, like the past couple times you tried to break it, you've had lots of price action, but they weren't really true because you just kept selling off and falling right back below that level. But each time you get back above it, man, that just means that, okay, at any time you can mark up to $31.15. Based on history, that's what's happened every time, right? Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So eventually you get back above this long enough, for real, you go straight up to 31 bucks. And then really after that, $35. So, yep, I mean, as crypto has just been going and going and going nonstop, silver and gold have stalled for 200+ days, and it might be their turn again, right? Things starting to shift a little bit, possibly. I think silver looks better than gold, technically. That's just me. But yeah, I mean, this is what happens, man. Okay. What's up, Jason? Thanks for the super sticker, man. Yeah, ugly candle on the daily. So let's look at gold. All right, just trying to not make people depressed by looking at assets that are doing stuff that isn't kind of nasty, isn't kind of not good, you know? Like gold is continuing to rally, and now here we are. We're back to the tip top of that zone, and if you can break it, it's a big deal. It's a huge deal. You can break it and then hold it. All you got to do at this point, actually, is just make a higher low than 1687, make a higher low and then run again, and then all is well, right? But how funny is that? We've been monitoring gold like every day, and it's so cool how you had one bottom. Just kidding, you had a second bottom, but it was identified as a tweezer bottom reversal, and there was classic bullish divergence where we discussed that's where a reversal could occur. That's a combination of variables that very well could usher in a reversal. It has certainly happened now. Very nice. Now you butted up against the resistance for a little bit, but a nice big engulfing candle on the 15th, and it's been good ever since. So this is great. This is awesome. I mean, you think a correction on gold and silver could be coming to a close where the overall trend, multi-year uptrend, that has paused for this amount of time could continue to where eventually $2,000, $2,200, $2,500 gold. Yeah, that could happen if this pause is done. The pause in the trend is over. While Bitcoin has just been going nuts nonstop. at least until February, and after February, it's like, yeah, you make all-time highs. They're just barely all-time highs from the previous one. Very weak, right? It's like a slightly higher high, and it's third peak, man. I hate that rule of three stuff. You know, you just look at you just gotta not like. Not really sure why this is called the bullish three drives. It's the bearish three drives, but I have my own graphic of it. Hold on. What am I doing?
Hey Mitch, can we look at Beyond Meat? Is it still looking good?
We'll look at it. Thank you, Paul. Right, three drives pattern. I mean, that's kind of what Bitcoin is looking like to me a little bit. I mean, maybe it just underperforms. Right, like three peaks, 1, 2, 3, and you know, 1, 2, 3, and then each time, right, it's from the high to low, 1, 2, 7, 2, high to low, 1, 2, 7, 2. That's happened twice now. Two different 1, 2, 7, 2s were hit. Right, third peak, that's the reversal, and it's happened, it seems. So, and even here, I mean, like from this low to high, is a 618 retrace. And look at this bearish engulfing. It's so gross. There's like market participants wanted to push this price down. Oh man, they got so much room to run. Where you're just now entering bearish territory for the first time since September. Yep. It's not pretty, man. It's really not pretty. Seeing stuff like that. You know, it looked good. It was like inverse head and shoulders kind of. But then new data presented itself and we reversed pretty bad up there. So it was like, okay, there certainly was not enough demand to push this price higher. And here we are. What I'm saying, Bitcoin looks bullish right now. It did look, it looked very interesting. Momentum shifting structure, higher lows, and then began to play out, and then it didn't make it, right? It reversed and dropped $10,000 in a matter of like an hour. Yeah, that's not bullish when that stuff occurs. So you're gonna go eventually probably back test the same little scam wick low you saw at 51,200. Looking like that's very likely. Now there's no support looking left. Right? I mean, what you tell me where the real support is looking left on Bitcoin on the daily, where it is now. Breaking 55K, which is just a psychological support resistance. How would you measure? You would measure from the bottom of the structure to the top and a 618 target. I think we've already gotten there though. This is not really a formal three drives so much. But yeah, 618 normally a target, which, you know, say this bottom to the top of the structure, it hit the 618 on that scam wick. It literally did. Touched it perfectly and bounced, which just lines up with the candle low close from March 25th. Just moving on. Moving on. I mean, I'm not trying to scare people. I'm just, dude, you know how amazing Bitcoin looked so many times on the way up, dude, and it's just like you don't have that right now. You don't have these amazing looking setups going on right now in Bitcoin. It's just, it's too high, and it's been going and going and going nonstop for months. What's up, CB, man?